As tragic and as saddening as Jason Arday's death is, it still doesn't take away from the fact that he was a fantasist. Well, common sensors, today I wanted to talk about Jason Arday's legacy, not in the way that many people at the vigil, which is at Trafalgar Square tonight, will talk about him, but a much more important legacy. A book written by George Orwell in 1949, as we all know, called 1984, has become very much the Bible of our times, which is terrifying in many ways. And a line from that book struck me during my moment, as requested by Andy Burnham this weekend, of reflection. That quote was, "Freedom is the freedom to say that 2 + 2 makes 4. If that is granted, all else follows." That's to say that freedom comes from truth. Jason Arday, may he rest in peace, was a fantasist. In life, Jason Arday lied, and in death his supporters are continuing that lie, which means we get nowhere. I'm not going to go into the whys and wherefores and was it anything to do with Jason Arday's skin colour, because all of that is separate from the truth. The truth is that Jason Arday was put in that position by the DEI kings and queens of the United Kingdom, and specifically at Cambridge University. You may have seen over the weekend, common sensors, people like you, me, Mark, Pooch, Mike Graham have all been criticised for bringing about the untimely death of Jason Arday because we had the audacity to notice. Like Orwell said, freedom comes from being able to say that 2 + 2 = 4. It does not equal 5. As tragic and as saddening as Jason Arday's death is, it still doesn't take away from the fact that he was a fantasist. And Jason Arday took his life. Not me, not you, not even the people at Cambridge University. Sadly, Jason Arday made that decision. We live in a time where vibes and feelings overtake everything. And I would bet my bottom dollar before it's taxed for its wealth that by the time this week is out, the narrative would have been well and truly skewed. And you will be under a lot of pressure not to notice the history of Jason Arday and not to speak of it also. But it will never, ever change the truth. Freedom comes from truth, and long may that be the case.